Another big idea that I hope you walk away from Learning Activity 1.1 with is the understanding that there are different pathways to knowledge. Science, religion, philosophy. My job is not to try and persuade you that one pathway is inherently better than the other. My job is to demonstrate to you that these pathways are radically and fundamentally different pathways. So, for example, while religion asks that you have faith, to believe in things that you can't see, that you can't observe, and things that exist beyond nature. Science takes the opposite approach. Science demands evidence. It requires of us to start from a place of skepticism, to be skeptical of truth claims unless supported by empirically derived evidence. Do you know what this is? Don't worry. You don't have to worry about it anymore. This is the last known natural or wild case of smallpox, reported in Somalia in 1977. Just in the 20th century, the 1900s, the World Health Organization estimates that smallpox killed between 300 and 500 million people just in a 100-year period. Smallpox was eradicated in 1980 following a global immunization campaign led by the World Health Organization. I don't know what more evidence that you need that vaccines work. The anti-vaxxers, they can make all the claims in the world. There's plenty of them on X. But there is not a shred of empirical evidence linking vaccines to an increased probability of autism, regardless of what political appointees or MTV personalities would have you believe. That said, what about the most politicized vaccine of all time, the infamous COVID-19 vaccine? Does it work? I hope there are alarm bells going off in your brains right now that are screaming, show me the data. So let's look at the data from the Center for Disease Control, the CDC. These come from a very long list of states. It represents over 52% of the US population, which is about 350 million people. Okay, so we're talking over 100 million people from October 2021 through December 2022. On the left-hand side, these are infection rates. In the black line here, the unvaccinated, and the blue line, the vaccinated. If you look carefully, the probability of contracting COVID-19 is about 3,200 people per 100,000 in the unvaccinated population. And it's about 1,400 cases per 100,000 in the vaccinated. So what does that mean? Mathematically, not getting your COVID vaccine more than doubles your chances of contracting COVID. These are the data. The data don't lie. On the right-hand side, probably more important, this is mortality rate, the probability of dying if you get COVID. Again, the black line is the unvaccinated, and the blue line is the vaccinated. In short, if you are unvaccinated and you contract COVID, although it's a small probability, you still are 9 times more likely to die from the virus during this time period in the United States. Again, my job is not to tell you you should get vaccinated or you shouldn't get vaccinated for COVID or flu or HPV, whatever. My job is to teach you how to look at data and make data-driven, objective decisions like a scientist. I look to these incredibly robust data, and the choice is very clear for me and my family.